Hey everybody, welcome to the 6th annual 24-hour movie marathon guidelines video. This is the video I put out every year before marathon season, I guess you could say, because we always end up doing it between March, April, May, June, July. Any of those months is usually the time where we all get together and do it. Of course, you could do them any time of the year, but this is the time that we usually come out with the rules video. Now, this is the 6th annual, and I cannot believe we've been doing it for this long. Technically, we've only been doing it for 5 years, but the way it works out is the first year we did in 2012, second year 2013, third year 2014, fourth year 2015, fifth one in 2016, and the sixth this year. So technically it's been 5 years since the first one, but not really. Well, it has been. It's just how the numbers work out, because I don't know. Anyways, I decided to do it a few days early this year. So, what are the rules and the guidelines for this year, do you ask? Well, first off, let me just go ahead and say that these are just suggestions. Obviously, not everybody can do all these guidelines, but I've always just said, do the guidelines. It helps broaden your horizons in film, and I think it's definitely a fun thing to do, whether you like some of these or not. But, I'm not, a dictator with this marathon, even though Ian's probably going to say, yes, you are, Forker Ball. Where's your video, Ian? Hopefully it's this year. Anyways, basically there's two ways you could do this marathon. You could do it like the way I do it, which is a 24-hour period of watching film. Just staying awake for 24 hours watching the movies. Or you could do it ways that other people do it. Luke does it this way, where you watch 24 hours worth of film over a period of time, 2-3 days. And believe me, that's still exhausting as well. In some ways, I think the way he does it is actually probably more exhausting, because you end up spending more time during the day watching movies, and instead of doing it in one fell 24-hour swoop, he does over a few days. But one of these years, I'm going to do it that way. But I've always just have fun staying up all night, that kind of thing. So this year, the rules, guidelines are as follows. I tried to use some new ones. I tried to use some old ones. And of course, like every year, there'll be kind of a bonus kind of thing. And sometimes Luke goes back into the previous years and gets other guidelines that I used then and incorporates it into his marathon that he's doing. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, a film with a number in the title. Examples include The Hateful Eight, Seven Samurai, that kind of thing. Number 2, a film that begins with the first letter of your first name. That's a new one. I think that'll be a fun one. Number 3, a film that begins with the first letter of your last name. 4, a film that's 180 minutes or longer. 180 minutes, not 170. 180 minutes or longer. There's reasons for that, because sometimes it's really hard to find just a 180-minute film. And some films are like a lot longer than 180 minutes. I'm trying to get people to watch these long epics. But, do what you want. So, number 5, a classic you have never seen. Number 6, a box office or critical flop, or both. There's films that are considered flops that did alright at the box office. There's films that are considered flops because they just critically were panned. Do whatever you feel like considering a flop. But I consider a flop a movie that did poorly at the box office or was a critical disappointment. So that's that. Number 7 is kind of like a wild card kind of category. You could kind of do either of these 3 or all 3, but number 7 is a silent film, an animated film, or a musical. Or you can do all 3. But number 7 is one of those. And for the, I guess you could say the bonus for this year is you could do a trilogy if you're into it. You could do a trilogy that's not really considered a trilogy if you want. Like, you know, the Man with No Name trilogy. They're 3 completely separate films, but Clint Eastwood, Sergio Leone are the ones that are, you know, in front and center. So they've always been kind of compiled together. That kind of thing. Or you could make your own trilogy of films. Like if you want to make something up like, well, I'm going to do the gangster trilogy. I'm going to watch The Untouchables, Carlito's Way, and maybe The Godfather. That kind of thing. So any kind of a trilogy for a bonus. And like I said, it's a bonus. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Who knows? I might do something in regards to that. Why wouldn't I? So that is the guidelines and the rules for this year. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have fun doing this. You could film a video of you doing it. You could do a Word document of you documenting what's going on and send it to me in an email. Do whatever you want. You don't even have to film a video or do anything. You can just participate in the marathon on your own time. You don't have to film anything, none of that. But if you do, be sure to leave the links to your videos down below this video. Because that would be awesome. Because some people might do it next week. Some people might do it a few months from now. Leave your links down below this video. Because a lot of people are going to be coming to this video to check out the rules. And if they look down below and they see your video, they're going to watch it. That's what I like to do. I like to kind of bring everybody together to watch each other's videos. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys with good luck. Thank you guys so much for participating. See you soon.